Welcome to today's program, one of many offered by your UC Alumni Association. Before we begin, it's important for me to say thank you for joining us. By actively participating in our offerings and experiences, you are harnessing the power of your alumni network. There are Bearcats all over the world, more than 315,000 alumni in 127 countries, which makes virtual programs like this so rewarding. These challenging times do come with a silver lining. We are more connected than ever before, creating boundless opportunities. The University of Cincinnati and each of you is stronger and better positioned because of our lifelong connections through our alma mater. We love providing opportunities like this one, where alumni can learn, network, and give back. So settle in and enjoy today's program. And if you like what you hear today, please share it on social media using the hashtag #ThyLoyalChildren. Thanks again for joining us. Go Bearcats!
I've always been around animals. I've always grown up with them. I had horses, chickens, cats and dogs, rabbits. So I've always known that I wanted to go into the veterinary field. I just didn't know what part of the veterinary field I wanted to go into.
For as long as I can remember, I've always had an obsession with animals. I love animals, and I just want to be able to help them as much as they help me, whether it's emotionally or just being there as our companions.
This was my dream when I was a kid. I always wanted to help animals, and I wanted to do right by them because they give us unconditional love.
I originally wanted to go to vet school. That's actually my long-term plan. But wanting to go to tech school specifically, it opens up a lot of opportunities. You can work pretty much anywhere as a vet tech.
I plan to work in a small animal clinic as a registered vet tech. I want to take my boards and become registered. I've thought about going into a specialty, but I haven't decided exactly which one I would want to do yet, but I think dentistry is really interesting.
I've worked as a vet assistant for the last 20 years in small animal and general practice. And so I would like to expand that and work large animal and possibly do emergency medicine.
One of my biggest goals was always to go out on a rescue mission when I get my degree. I always want to try and help as many animals as I can around, not even just in the US, maybe even go out somewhere crazy and see who needs help.
So ultimately, I would like to work in an exotic clinic where they do deal with primarily the guinea pigs or rabbits and the snakes, of course, and lizards and things like that. That's my goal for when I finish.
Congratulations to the vet tech program on 50 years.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on your 50th.
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations on 50 years.
Congratulations on your 50th anniversary.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Robin Leitner. I'm the Dean of UC Blue Ash College, and we are just so excited to join all of you in the celebration of the foundation of our Vet Tech program 50 years ago. We would love to see you all in person and be together right now, but as with everything, we are trying to make the best of the situation and pause to take a moment to celebrate this very important milestone. I want to note that our first half an hour will be in this streaming format. And then after that, we're going to switch over to a slightly different Zoom format so that we can interact with all of you and have some questions and answers. And so we'll share with you that link at the end of the streaming presentation. For those of you who aren't familiar with our college, I want to give you a few quick updates. First of all, things are going mostly well through an unprecedented semester. We have just under 5,000 students enrolled this fall. About 80% of our classes are entirely online, but we do have some hybrid and in-person courses for programs that require hands-on learning. Programs like vet tech, nursing, dental health, radiologic technology, and some others. Our faculty and staff have been amazing through all of this. In spring, they moved over 500 courses and all of our student support services entirely online within just 10 days in spring. And they're continuing to work and adapt and learn new things and refine our online delivery with our goal of making sure our students are really supported and stay on track to achieve their goals. And it's clear that our vet tech students in particular feel very supported, and they have some very specific goals that they want to achieve within their profession. We're going to hear more from them in our 50th anniversary video that'll be coming up shortly. It's really impressive to look at the growth of our vet tech program over the past half century. When it started from scratch with just a few students, it has gone on to become a leader in its field with more than 1,200 alumni. It began under the leadership of Dr. Steele Mattingly. He oversaw the launch of our program 50 years ago. We are very honored to have Dr. Mattingly and members of his family join us this evening. Thank you so much, Dr. Mattingly. We are grateful for all that you did to lead the creation of our vet tech program and help establish the standards that would guide us through the first 50 years. We are so delighted that you could join us for this celebration. We also want to acknowledge Dr. Dave Bauman. Dr. Bauman oversaw the program through 4 decades, beginning in 1977, ending with his retirement in 2008. He worked with Dr. Mattingly in the early years and did a tremendous job of leading the steady growth of the program. We truly appreciate all that Dr. Bauman has done for our college. And then Dr. Jen Wells took over as chair in 2008, and she has done an amazing job as we continue to expand opportunities we offer our students while building on our program's outstanding reputation. At the college, we are very proud of the Vet Tech program. It's one of the premier programs of its kind across the United States. We attract students from across Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. They come to our program because they know they'll have the opportunity to work with live animals. They'll get hands-on experience in the lab and surgery rooms, and they'll learn from experienced and very supportive faculty members. The outstanding reputation the Vet Tech program enjoys is a credit to everyone who has been involved with it over the last 50 years, from Dr. Mattingly and Dr. Bauman to all of our alumni and faculty and staff throughout the years. And we have to give credit to our donors and sponsors who have generously supported the work of this program. You've all played a role in its success and helping the college fill a critical need to support veterinary care across the whole region. We thank you. At this point, I want to share a special Vet Tech 50th anniversary video that was created by our communications department in coordination with some of our Vet Tech students, faculty, and staff. And after the video, Dr. Jennifer Wells will tell you a little bit more about our program today and some of its future plans and goals.
The first graduating class had 3 students. Second graduating class had around 7 or 8 students. So it was a very slow start. Eventually we had 15 students in the program in the 70s. It went up to about 30 students in the 80s. And when we built the building out here at UC Blue Ash in 2005, we started with 40 sophomore students in the program.
Veterinarians legally are the only ones allowed to do surgery, prescribe medications, and they diagnose disease. So really everything else that happens in a veterinary practice can be done by a technician. So they're preparing the animals for surgery, they're doing the anesthesia, they're following up on treatments, they're filling the prescriptions, they take the x-rays, they do all of the health care for that animal. They're working with the client on the education for that animal. The education that we give them provides them really a huge knowledge base to be able to take care of the health of that animal when they come to the clinic.
I did a ton of research on all the vet tech schools pretty much within the 3-state area and found that this was the best program because of the lab facilities that we have, board's pass rate, and the teachers that we get to work with are very knowledgeable and helpful. So if your goal is to be a vet tech, I highly recommend this university to do that.
Each and every instructor that we have at UC Blue Ash is completely dedicated to the cause and the mission. They understand what the end game is, that we're going to be out and we're going to be taking care of amazing, precious, live animals who need the best of the best, and UC Blue Ash does produce that.
The faculty here and the professors that we have really do go above and beyond to make sure that we are understanding the concepts that they're trying to teach us and the techniques that they're showing us. It's not always easy to just watch and then do.
Whenever I'm struggling with a concept, I feel like I can always go to them. We have the same teachers throughout the whole program, so we really get to develop a relationship with them, and it's a great opportunity to do that.
Many of our doctors here are willing to explain more in depth if you have questions or if you're simply not understanding a way that we're reading something on a microscope, or if the blood pressure or something isn't right, they go into more detail as to explain why and how to troubleshoot. And from my experience in previous classes, it's just you don't get that fine-tuned attention that they give us here.
So when the students are here, they are really doing everything that they will be doing in private practice once they complete, get their license, and get a job. They do exactly the same. They just have the supervision of the instructors, so we can catch any little mistakes or any things they need to improve on before they go outside, So they do everything just like they're gonna do when they have their jobs.
Things that I really enjoyed at the Vet Tech program was going off-site, getting to interact with large animal. That's not something that we typically get to do in this field. I really enjoyed getting to do the surgery labs, anatomy, working with radiographs, things like that.
We would get to work with small animals. We had rodents, rats, mice, and rabbits, and we also have dogs and cats coming through every week that we get to assist surgery with and perform our skills on them. So we actually get to perform on more live animals than models, which is a huge plus because that's what we're actually going to be doing once we get out in the field.
Being able to come here and kind of slowly learn how to get histories, learn how to get blood and give injections and things like that. So this was able to kind of help me solidify my technical skills.
Our advisory board members, the vets that work out in the community have told us, just since we have switched to this model where our students are getting much more of this real world experience all the time, day after day after day, compared to our older model, they have really seen a difference. I mean, our students come out day one ready to anesthetize a patient and do a dental and see a patient or a client in an exam room.
I've seen such a difference in this last 10 years on the knowledge and experience and hands-on that they have, that it's really hard for me to think, well, do I want to hire somebody from another program and have to train them from 3 to 6 months, or should I hire somebody from UC Blue Ash and have them in a week know what we do or so forth, and then have to do very fine tuning and they are ready to go.
As an employer in Cincinnati, it's very important that we have good quality registered vet techs being available in our market. And so having a program right here in Cincinnati is incredible.
The National Vet Tech Licensing Exam is required to become a registered veterinary technician in the state of Ohio. They also have to graduate from an accredited program, which we are. And that licensing exam takes place about 2 months after they graduate. The average pass rate in the United States is about 70% each year. And our students have always been above that pass rate. And we're very proud of the fact in the last couple of years our pass rates have been significantly above that. In fact, last year's class was at 96%.
It's so important to have this program here and in such high quality because we cannot practice veterinary medicine without licensed technicians, right? It's the law. Ohio law is pretty tough. We need veterinary technicians, licensed veterinary technicians, to place IV catheter, to draw blood, to intubate, to perform dentistry, to monitor anesthesiology.
We do have a part-time program that we started, and that allows us to increase the numbers of our students because we're doing that at night, and we're doing that in a hybrid model where a lot of things are happening online. But to be honest, we could probably take some more day students. We do not have a functional classroom right now. We're sharing space with the rest of the college, which is at a premium, to be honest. And we have been told by the AVMA that we need to have our own classroom, or we need to have a dedicated space classroom. So we have been working very, very hard over the last 10 years to try to generate interest and generate funds to put an addition on our building. We have a lot of opportunity out there if we can get more office space, more student space in our building. We have no student space. You know, the students literally sit on the floor and eat their lunches here. You know, so if we can get a classroom, just a small classroom, dedicated classroom, and some office space, that would allow us to really move forward with, you know, 2 or 3 other opportunities that we have on deck that would allow us to meet the needs of the community, I think, in a much broader way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Wells, Director of the Vet Tech program and also proud alumni of the Vet Tech program. First and foremost, I think it's important to say Happy Veterinary Technician Week. We intentionally planned this event for this week so that in addition to celebrating our 50th anniversary, we could also honor all of our Vet Tech staff, faculty, current and former students who are out there working tirelessly to provide the absolute best care to our dogs, cats, birds, horses, hamsters, rabbits, rhinos, and tigers all over the country. Great job, everyone. Thank you all for joining us virtually this evening. I look forward to seeing you and answering your questions and talking more about the program in the question and answer session that will follow our program. I also would love to see your pets. As Dean Leitner mentioned, we are very proud of the hands-on training that our students receive in the Vet Tech program. Our accrediting agency, the American Veterinary Medical Association, or AVMA, requires us to document the proficiency of over 150 hands-on essential skills for each of our students. These skills cover a range of species from mice and birds to dogs and cats to horses and cattle. We are especially proud of the fact that our students can accomplish these important skills through partnerships with several community agencies. These partnerships enable us to provide much needed veterinary care to vulnerable populations of animals and also assist organizations that might struggle to pay for care for these animals or to help their pet parents. Through these partnerships, our students, in conjunction with the program's veterinarians and technicians, have been able to provide a variety of services, including wellness exams, heartworm and leukemia testing, vaccinations, spay and neuter surgeries, and dental services like prophylaxis, radiographs, and treatments for thousands of animals over the last 10 or 12 years. In addition, we are grateful to be able to provide vaccinations, Coggins testing, and deworming and wellness exams for several horse farms and even a cattle farm. These activities have been a win-win situation for everyone involved. The students receive the benefit of real-life learning experiences, and the animals and their people receive the benefit of the veterinary care. Much of this community work has been supported by generous donors, including the Kenneth A. Scott Foundation, the Nippert and Greenacres Foundations, PetSmart Charities, and the Ohio Animal Health Foundation. We wouldn't be able to do the work that we do without your generous support, so thank you. In the 12 years since I became head of the program, we have strategically planned ways to meet the needs of our students and the community. I want to thank the Vet Tech Advisory Board members for their ongoing dedication to the program and their work to advise us in the needs of the community. Their support, along with the Vet Tech faculty and staff, help inform the future direction of the program. Everyone in the veterinary community knows that we need more veterinary technicians out there, and we want to be the ones providing them to the community. One way that we have evolved to meet the needs of the community and our students is by offering a part-time evening program. Starting in September 2019, this program enables students to complete the program at a slower pace so they can maintain their work or family obligations outside of school. This also allows many vet assistants who might have been working in a practice before, but before now had been unable to complete our program full time. They now have the opportunity to attend our part-time program, graduate, and become a veterinary technician. By adding the part-time program, we have been able to increase the numbers of graduates as well, which will help meet the demands in the community, but it's not enough. The community needs even more graduates to meet the current level of demand in our area, a projected 16% growth through 2029. As I mentioned in the video, we could definitely use more space in our vet tech building. Recent alumni in the audience will agree with me. We need a larger classroom, and we need a classroom in our own building. The addition of the part-time program has nearly doubled the number of students that we have in our building, and we need student space as well as space for faculty and staff who teach these students. Importantly, during our last AVMA accreditation site visits, the last 2 visits, we were told that we needed to have a dedicated classroom for our students. This is a priority, and to be completely honest, not having this in place when the AVMA comes back next year could impact our accreditation status, regardless of how well we do on everything else. In addition to the classroom, we also need student space. Our building sits back away from the other campus buildings, and our students prefer to stay together. Having space to collaborate, socialize, and eat together between their classes would greatly enhance the student experience. Just as important, as we have expanded our student numbers, we have also expanded our faculty and staff. We have several shared spaces that these faculty and staff are using, but they don't function well. And we often have them searching around for private spaces to meet with students. While we know that we need to expand the building to help us meet these needs, we are grateful for the excellent facilities and the equipment that we already have in place and we're using to teach our current students every single day. To give you a glimpse inside, Dr. Stacey Benton recently recorded a short video tour with the help of Pete Bender from our communications department. I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you all back in the Zoom meeting after our presentation concludes.
Hello, I'm Dr. Stacey Benton, and I'm here to show you around the Veterinary Technology Building. Let's start in the Clinical Pathology Lab. In the Clinical Pathology Lab, students learn how to collect, prepare, and evaluate a variety of samples. For example, they learn how to prepare and read blood smears, evaluate urinalyses, and identify over 100 different veterinary parasites. They also learn how to evaluate cytology samples like ear smears and fine needle aspirates. In imaging, students learn about the physics behind radiology so they can produce a high-quality radiographic image. We use a lot of models in our labs so students can safely learn to position patients before they work with live animals. And now let's go look at some of the radiographs students took. Students are able to view the radiographs they produce as a group, evaluate the positioning and exposure, and then make any necessary adjustments and see the results of those adjustments. In addition, students learn advanced radiographic techniques such as barium studies. Now let's head over to the surgery prep suite. As part of the surgery lab, students learn how to identify and care for a variety of surgical instruments. They also learn how to prepare and wrap surgical packs and safely autoclave them for use in the surgeries themselves. And now let's take a look at the surgery suite itself. In the surgery and anesthesia lab, we perform spay and neuter surgeries on shelter animals. The students learn to be surgical technicians and learn how to pass instruments to the surgeon and sometimes get to scrub in and learn how to handle tissue during the surgery. The students, though, do a lot more than just that. So let me tell you a little bit more about what we do in this space. In surgery lab, students are responsible for performing a physical exam on their patient, for calculating and administering the pre-medication drugs, for placing an intravenous catheter, for intubating their patient and connecting them to the anesthesia machine, and for monitoring vital signs throughout anesthesia. They also prepare the surgical site and assist with surgery. Students also gain experience performing complete dental cleaning on dogs and cats. We use a lot of models in the veterinary technology program. It's a safe and efficient way for students to become comfortable with techniques before they work with live animals. We have lots of dog and cat models, as well as a full-size horse model named Ramon. We can't bring horses to campus, but we do several field trips throughout the year to get students experience with horse, cow, sheep, and goat. Thank you so much for joining me for a tour of the Veterinary Technology Building. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Dr. Benton, for the video tour. I'm told that Stacey was a little anxious about being in front of the camera, but you can never tell. But you probably can tell why she was recognized with a national award for being such an outstanding faculty advisor. So thank you, Stacey, and great job. Thanks also to Dr. Jennifer Wells for her update on the Vet Tech program, as well as her outstanding leadership. In the video and in the comments this evening, you heard Dr. Wells talk about the important need to expand our Vet Tech building. This expansion will help us meet our national accreditation requirements, support program enhancements, and launch us toward the next 50 years. As we wrap up the formal presentation portion of our celebration, I want to remind you that we're not done yet. Our goals for a new veterinary tech building and program enhancements will launch us toward another celebration in 50 more years. Private support is crucial to maintaining our standards and our student experience and supporting our work in community service. I encourage you to make a donation on our fundraising page tonight to join our efforts to make sure that the animals we love get amazing care from very well-qualified professionals. At this time, we invite you to join us on Zoom for an interactive Q&A session, and pets are encouraged to make an appearance as well. So please call for your pets so that they can join us, and grab your beverage of choice so that we can formally toast to the 50th anniversary. Thanks to all of you for joining our presentation, to offer our cheers for 50 years to all of our hardworking faculty, staff, and students in our Vet Tech program. And now you can click on the Zoom link that appears back on the crowdfunding page, and it's called Cheers to 50 Years Following the Program. I hope to see you there. Thank you.